I knew from a very young age that I planned to look good my whole life. And I knew that if I want to be that woman, that hot woman in her 30s, in her 40s, in her 50s, in her 60s, in her 70s, I have to form a lifestyle. I have to form a lifestyle where I take care of myself, not only physically, but mentally and emotionally and spiritually as well. So today, let's talk about the things, the habits I do in my 20s so that I can be hot my entire life. Let's get into it. I really wanted to kick off this video with talking about this. There's no such thing as ugly people, and I am not saying this to be nice, guys. I'm not saying this to be politically correct. I don't care about that stuff. I truly, truly believe that because everything comes down to self-care and hygiene. And if there are some teenage girls watching, this is kind of my message to you, because I wish someone would have told me this when I was younger, when I was a teenage girl, when I was going through stuff. Please don't believe for a second that you are ugly, that there's something wrong with you. I promise you that you're still growing and developing, and the quicker you learn the basics of self-care, the more you can really pump up that confidence, okay? So I just wanted to kick off with this. Everything can be done with working through your insides. That sounded weird, but basically doing inner work and taking care of yourself physically, self-care and hygiene. Your attractiveness, your hotness comes from inside. Of course, we will talk about the physical habits. Of course, a lot of the work you put into is physical. But I am sure you and I both know and have met very, very attractive people. And there's so much of that comes from the inside and the energy. Simply put, you can be the most quote unquote attractive person physically, but if you don't feel it inside, if you don't feel like you're it's not worth it. Hotness is a combination of physical, mental, emotional, okay? It's all of those together that makes a person feel hot and attractive and just stunning inside. And for those of you who might say, oh, you can't stay hot forever, aging is inevitable and all of that, who said that there's anything wrong with aging? Who said that a little bit of old age showing in your face can't be hot? No, 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 no. There are things that are in the hands of nature, and there are things that are in the hands of you. There are habits and things that I can do to still feel and look amazing in my old age. And it doesn't matter what the nature will do, because I cannot affect that, but there are many things I can affect. And those are the things that I will focus on. And with that beautiful segue, let's move into the habits I do in my 20s so that I can be hot in my 50s. Habit number 1, I eat well. It's easy to get lost in the diets. It's easy to get lost in the information. There's so much of that on the internet. And if you are not educated on nutrition, it might even feel a little bit confusing what to eat and how to eat. So the key is educate yourself. And I've definitely gone through so many stages since I was like 17, 18 of what I consider to be healthy, but I always come back to the basics. There is some truth in the science, so I prioritize antioxidants, healthy fats, protein, and a lot of veggies. There will be variations of what I try in my life, but it's all about sustainability. It's all about eating real foods and eating foods that nourish me, right? So you cannot outrun a bad diet. You cannot, it doesn't matter, do any kind of plastic surgery or drink a magic pill and still eat a bad diet and think, okay, it doesn't count. I have this magic pill. It counts. And that's why it's number 1 on my list. If you want to look beautiful, and if you want to look hot, and if you want to live a long time, and if you want your body to work, okay? There is no hotness without your body working, without your body doing its work. You need to nourish, you need to give that fuel. There is no way to skip that. I talk a lot about this and food specifically in my other videos. I will link them down below. You can check them out if you want to learn more about food. Number 2, I take care of my skin, hair, teeth. Skin is the biggest organ in your body. And it's also the organ that is very visible. If you have signs of premature aging on your skin, that's how you know you haven't probably been taking a good care of your skin. We can use SPF, we can use moisturizer, we can use, again, antioxidants, we can use retinoids, all different things to make that skin work better and look better. And the same goes with hair. I am very passionate about hair care, very passionate. I use a lot of oils in my hair. I never allow my ends to get dry or split. I always cut them off. I'm more happy to be with short hair than have long hair that's unhealthy. And teeth, taking care of your teeth. Why? Why did I put it here? Why is it skin, hair, teeth? Because those are the things that are the first kind of visible signs of aging, visible to the world. Recently, I talked to a very close family member who said that they have a lot of teeth problems, and I asked them if they floss, and they said no. And I was like, why? And that person told me that because that person is a little bit older, in their youth, no one really talked about dental floss like they do now, but it is important. It's not just about brushing your teeth. I feel like I'm doing like a teeth commercial. If there are any teeth whitening or teeth care brands that want to sponsor me, please sponsor me, because I will give you the best video. But really, you need to floss your teeth, and you need to see a hygienist, like a dental hygienist, at least once or twice a year, okay? You need to take care of your teeth, because it might seem like it's not important. You can just brush your teeth or whatever when you're 20, 25, 30, but when you're 50, I swear, if you're 50 or 60 years old, and if you haven't been taking care of your teeth, you might get a lot of different problems. Your teeth might start falling off or breaking off, and all of that work will become very expensive. So if you want to preserve that, and if you want to have your teeth for the longest time possible, you need to have a proper teeth care routine. Okay, my third hot girl habit, working out. Again, it's an obvious one, but it is crucial. You can't train a muscle or keep it strong with just eating a broccoli. You need to physically train the muscle. I will live to, I don't know, 90, 100 years, and there will be times and periods of time in my life where I don't work out, but this is what I'm aiming for. So 4 to 5 times a week, and ideally every day. So in a good week, I'll work out every single day. Of course, when I go on trips, of course, when I get sick, I don't work out, but this is what I'm aiming for. I feel like from everything I've learned from working out over the years, I've been working out since I was 17. I've ran, I've done a little bit of heavyweight stuff, HIIT stuff. I've come to a place where I think the key is Pilates and strength training, but I might still evolve and I might discover different forms of working out, but this is what works for me now. The most important thing is that you move your body every single day, and it doesn't have to be an hour, but it's the habit that matters, that I do it every single day. Number 4, I journal. Journaling helps me clear my mind. It helps me ask myself the right questions. It helps me be peaceful. And if I can be peaceful, if I can be tuned in with myself, I feel good. And if I feel good, I can feel hot. So I pointed this out at the start of the video, that this is not just gonna be physical stuff, okay? Hotness comes from within, and this is the habit that I'm planning to do for the rest of my life, to have and build a relationship with yourself. Number 5, I do regular checkups, and I don't ignore pain. This is something that I had to learn the hard way, but isn't that with most things in life? And I think it also is something that young people experience. We take our health for granted. And I always thought that I don't take my health for granted, but I had some pain for a long time that I ignored. I finally realized I can't do that. There shouldn't be any pains in your youth. Let me be clear on that. If you're 20, 25 and you have serious pain, you have to get that checked. You have to deal with it, because that pain will only grow stronger. And by the time you're 50, imagine how that will look like. So I do regular checkups. I do blood tests every single year. I check my vitamins, I check for any deficiencies. That's how I can preserve my looks and my internal health, to check if there's any deficiencies, anything at all. For the longest period of time, I had a very uncomfortable pain in my neck, and I started going to physical therapy, and I realized that it's nothing original. I had it from sitting at my desk like this, from sitting on my phone, and that pain, believe it or not, because your body is like the way it corrects itself, that pain started to go down, and then the right side of my body kind of got affected. It's very weird to explain, but every single pain that I would experience, like in my muscles or tension, everything would be on the right side. So I started balancing that out. I started going to physical therapy, and my therapist gave me different exercises that I can do, and I did them for a couple of months, and then I stopped because I was like, I don't need it anymore. And again, as I told you already, it dawned on me that there are things you will have to do your whole life. You've probably heard this a million times, but you have to choose your heart. Doing annoying little exercises that you don't want to is hard. But living in pain is hard, so choose your heart. Everything in life can be hard, but what is the end result? If you're doing this, it's hard, but it's for you to become better, choose that heart. And that's what I chose. Don't ignore pain, go fix it. Don't ignore illnesses. Don't just accept your circumstances. Do regular checkups, do blood tests, okay? Take care of your body. Do not take your youth for granted. Everything fades away, but there are things that are in your control. Number 6, I face massage. It really does depuff my face. It relaxes my muscles. I feel like I'm helping the blood flow in my face. I follow some TikTok accounts with different specialists that kind of show you how you can do these face massages, and they really help brighten up, help depuff, and I hope that it's gonna evolve in different facial, not only face massages, but facials to add that little extra radiance and hotness in my life, because self-care is about feeling good. And when you feel good again, you feel hot and pretty. And I think this is a habit that I will try to keep in my life in my 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and then we'll see. We'll see if that adds to my hotness when I'm older. I always keep learning and growing. There is no radiance, there is no fulfillment in my life, there is no feeling good without learning and growing. This is why every single year when I conquer something, I pick up something new. This is why I do challenges on my channel. I like to challenge myself, and it makes me feel like a better person. And that gives me confidence. And confidence makes me feel beautiful. Confidence makes me feel hot. I have realized in my life that I never want to stop growing, and I never want to stop learning. And I know that sometimes these things can sound a little bit cheesy. It's almost like those cheesy quotes, never stop learning. But I find it to be true in my case. I have a whole list in my life, which is kind of like my to-do list in life. There's so many things I want to achieve, so many little things I want to conquer, and I want to do it just for me. I want to have different little diplomas and achievements just for me. There's nothing that I'm planning to do with some of them, but I want to keep moving my brain. I want to keep growing. It's just a wonderful, wonderful thing if you can keep your brain moving till the day you die. If you can see interesting things and learn interesting things, it keeps you young. It really does. The 8 hot girl habit, I stick around the right people. The energy you bring out, the energy that you have around you is deeply affected by what people you keep around yourself. And there will be times in life that you will go through unhealthy people, kind of toxic people, and you will feel, maybe you have already felt, how much that can affect your well-being, how much that can affect your even confidence. So I have chosen in my life to be around people that I feel good with. People that I don't feel good around, I just stay away from them. I want only good vibes in my life. I want positive energy. I want healthy people. This is important to me. Sometimes a person can do their best, but they can be mentally very unhealthy. They can, without them even knowing, just spit out negativity. And I don't want that. I want good vibes. I want good people. And that's what I am cultivating in my life. And number 9, the final hot girl habit that I am doing in my 20s to be hot forever. I do what I love. It is so important to do what you love because you radiate. You radiate. When you think about hot people, when you think about attractive people, it's always the energy. It's always the energy. You have to find your passions in life and you have to do them, and screw what other people think of you, and screw society if they don't agree with whatever. Making content, writing, taking photos, doing art, all of that is my passion and I love it with all my heart. And nothing makes me more happy in this life than to do what I love and to be around people that I love. I loved talking about this so much. Let me know, guys, if there are other videos you want me to make on beauty, aesthetics, hotness, confidence, food. I haven't made a video about food in a long time, but food is actually a big part of my life. I always think about health and nutrition and blood tests and all of that. So let me know if you want to hear me talk about any of those topics. Also, make sure to check the description box if you are interested in this, because I've linked a lot of videos where I've already discussed these topics. But okay, thanks guys so much for watching. I appreciate you. I'm really, really happy that you're here, and I will see you next time. Bye.